Okay, so we're done. Our chocolate is finished. We just got to get it out of the conch. So let me do this. I'm going to turn it off. Turn off the hair dryer. And let's take this here. Have a look. All right. So what I'm going to do is remove the rollers. You can see, gives you a good idea of what the rollers look like. I should have showed you that at the start, but here they are. And I'm just going to put this down here on parchment paper. All right. And then I like to use these little plastic Tupperwares to put the chocolate in. And the reason is that when the chocolate solidifies, hardens up, and sometimes I'll put it in the refrigerator, it does a very good contraction. It contracts in the tub, and that contraction makes it easy to get out, all right? And so when I want to use this chocolate, which is tomorrow when we're going to make chocolate bars, because now we've done bean to chocolate, but tomorrow we'll do bean to chocolate bars. So the last stage, and this is a little awkward, and actually I bought one of these. This tilts actually, and the tilting version, I'm just going to lift this up a little here. The tilting version is more expensive. You don't need it, all right, because it doesn't work, all right? It's better, you're always going to have to take this off and pour it out yourself. And so I'm just going to pour it into the Tupperware, and we'll have our chocolate for tomorrow. And there you can see, look how nice and fluid that chocolate is. It comes out, and again, I usually make a mess at this point and get chocolate everywhere. I'll try and do a good job for demonstration, all right? But you want to just keep doing it because you went to a lot of work to make this. And so you want to get every little last bit out. All right. And so you can see in there, there's still quite a bit of chocolate. Now I can let that pour, but actually I'm going to use a scraper. Now, this is just a pastry scraper. You can get them anywhere. And I'm just going to go in there and scrape out that chocolate in the conch. Getting a little on my hands. Just scrape that out so I get every last little bit out of the conch. And there's a little bit left in there. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. All right. So you can see we got most of the chocolate out of there. Little bits left in. And again, we've got about half a kilo of chocolate. Now I'm just going to get the Tupperware lid, cover it up. If you're making many different types, good idea to label it. I've just got this one, so I'm not worried about it. Remember, this was a Venezuelan Rio Caribe. It's a fine flavor bean. And I got chocolate on myself. But I can get my spoon, and before I clean it, just scoop out a little bit more. And taste it. And it's a very unique tasting chocolate. It's a single origin. We can talk about single origins and blends. Single origins have their place. El Salvador is an origin, so you're going to always be making, unless you buy beans from other places, you'll be making a single origin chocolate. And they can be very good, but I also like sometimes to blend different types of cocoa to get a synergy of flavors. And so sometimes cocos are very strong in the beginning, but die off quickly and don't have much aftertaste. And then others start slowly and have a long aftertaste. If you mix the two together, then you've got something that is strong in the beginning and strong in the end. So that's our chocolate. So what we've done, excuse me, I gotta wipe my mouth here. But so we started with beans. We graded the beans. We checked them for quality. We decided that they were good quality beans, that they deserved to be made into chocolate. And so we roasted them. And then when we were done roasting them, we broke them, and then we winnowed them. Then we took the nibs and we heated them in the oven, added them to the melanger, and began the grinding process. Once the nibs got liquefied, we added some cocoa butter to make them more liquid, to ease the process. And then we added the sugar, and then we let that grind for about 4 hours. Once it reached the desired particle size, we added an emulsifier, which is called lecithin, and vanilla, which is a flavoring, and then we let that mix for another half hour. And so I would say from start to finish, it took us about 6 hours to make a batch of chocolate. Now I made half a kilo. They say you can make up to 1.5 kilos in this unit. I often make 1 kilo, also sometimes 1,200 grams, but really I don't like to make too much more than 1 kilo. All right, I feel that I don't get quite the right particle size. So 1 kilo is about the most I'll do in a system like this. But you can, if you start early in the morning, or if you work one day and do all your roasting and winnowing one day, you can make 2 batches, even 3 batches if you want to work into the night of chocolate, and get about 3 kilos of chocolate. 3 kilos of chocolate is a lot of chocolate. That's a lot of chocolate bars, especially for home consumption. So now I've got to clean this, all right? I'm not going to make you watch me clean it, but it's important to know that you need hot water, and the hotter the better. That basically keeps the chocolate liquid, and then I use a mild dish detergent, all right? Now, some people say don't use any dish detergent. I've been using it and I don't notice any flavor from the detergent or anything, and it really makes the cleanup a lot easier. So, tomorrow, in the next course, we'll go from chocolate to bar, and we'll cover tempering. We'll also perhaps look at a milk chocolate if we have time, and also maybe some nuts and roasting nuts. So until tomorrow, goodbye.